Hi, this is Brian Katzung at KCSG Power Tools for Kartra at kpowertools.com. CloudFlare has changed the way domain forwarding needs to work, so in this video I'm going to cover the changes. In new accounts, they do not offer page rules at all, and in existing accounts they're going to be phasing those out. You won't be able to add new page rules. The new way to do this is to use their redirect rules, which is a little bit different, but mostly pretty similar, so I'm going to go through that. First of all, in your domain, which has to be managed in the DNS at CloudFlare, you need to have two records related to the forwarding. The first is the CNAME record for your subdomain, so if you're using the www subdomain, it'll be a CNAME for www. If you're using a different subdomain, you'll fill that in here, and that will point to your account name .kartra.com. So my account name is KCSG. So in my case, www is going to be a CNAME for kcsg.kartra.com. You also, and that needs to be DNS only. That should not be proxied. You also need to have an A record for your base domain. I'm using an extra domain here, so in this case the base domain is tag22.com, but for example for my kpowertools.com domain, this would be kpowertools.com. You need a public IP address here. I recommend using the public IP address for example.com, which is 93.184.215.14. The rules are going to be such that no live traffic actually gets set here, but you need a functional IP address, and you can use that one regardless of what your domain is. Again, that's 93.184.215.14, and that needs to be proxied. So you can have one or two page rules. You need a base domain forwarding rule. The tracking links is optional. The tracking links rule allows you to take a standard Kartra tracking link, which is in this format, but it would have your account name instead of mine, and it allows you to rewrite it as a tracking link in your custom domain. So all you need to do to customize the tracking link is replace this part in the tracking link that Kartra provides you and replace it with your domain, and then the rest of the link remains the same. So to enable that capability, you need to create this first rule. You'll come down to, instead of going to the page rules, as in my previous video, you'll go to, under the rules section, you'll go to redirect rules, and you'll click the create rule button. So to create the tracking links rule, enter the rule name. I've chosen tracking links. You'll use the wildcard pattern, and then under the request URL, you'll put in the wildcard pattern, and I'll bring this in, it's a little easier to read. So the request URL will look like this. You'll have asterisk, colon, // your custom base domain, /t/**. Just so you know, when you do this, you'll get this little warning message here. You don't need to worry about that. That's normal. That's expected. So again, this is the format that you will use for the request URL. Then you'll come down here and you will enter the target URL with a status code of 301. The target URL format looks like this. So you'll say https://, then your Kartra account name, mine is KCSG, but you'll need to replace that with yours, .kartra.com /analytics /tracking links. Note that there is no C in here. Kartra spells it without the C, so the absence of the C here is intentional. That is not a typo. That is how Kartra has to have it. And then on the end, $$ and open brace, to, and close brace. So that goes in the target URL section. Again, the status code should be 301. You want to have the preserve query string checked. This rule needs to be first, and then you can save that. Then you'll go back to your redirect rules and you'll create a rule again. And this rule is going to be for the base domain. So I've named my rule base domain because we're going to forward the rest of the base domain to your Kartra subdomain. This is going to be another wildcard pattern. The request URL format is going to be like this. So you'll put in asterisk, colon, // // you'll plug in your custom domain name here, and then you'll say / asterisk. Again, that goes into this request URL box. Then you are going to put in the target URL with a status code of 301. And the format of the target URL looks like this. So you'll have https : // and here you're going to substitute your custom base domain with the subdomain prefix in front. So if you're using www, it'll be www.yourdomain. If you're using some other subdomain, then you would put that here where this says www, followed by your custom domain, / $, open brace, to, close brace. And once again, you'll get this little warning message right here saying that you have an asterisk at the beginning. That's expected, that's normal. This rule needs to be placed at the bottom so that if you have two rules, your tracking link rule must show up first, and then your base domain rule must be below it. And that summarizes the changes to using Cloudflare's redirect rules instead of page rules.